dad says we have to rename the show. What did you say the show should be called?
The Opinionators.
The Opinionators.
Same difference.
Here we go, the Opinionator. I am here alone. There is nobody here. We have gotten rid of that shag, Todd. We got rid of that shag, Anthony, Mr. ShamWow of PlayStation. I'm all about downloads now. I'm all about downloading now. I want to download games. I don't like this instant access. I don't want to be able to play on my phone from the car as I'm driving to restaurants and going on trips with my wife. I want to bring my console with me to my mother-in-law's. I'm going out for the weekend with the wife, and I'm going to bring my console with me, and I'm going to plug it into the TV in the hotel room. And wearing my cowboy hat and wearing my robe and running around taking vlogs of everything and posting shit nobody wants to see. That is our boy Anthony. I'm stalling in case somebody else wants to pop in, but I don't know if he or she is going to pop in. So I'm kind of stalling here just to see, because they said, when did the show start? And I went 2 minutes ago. So I'm just kind of stalling. I can see there's something down on my other screen, just smiling away, laughing. Oh, I got a message from Stadia. Free play days are here. We're going to talk about free play days. Zombie. I don't know anything about Zombie Army 4. Doesn't sound like a game that I would like. Uh-oh, Anthony's talking. Jeff fired me. You won't pay for this. You made a mistake in the title. It still has... Oh, I made a mistake in the title. Crap. Oh, I don't even have the comments on. Oh, I'm such a noob. Spencer. Where is Spencer? Spencer's in the other room. Forgot to take Spencer when I was running around in the lake.
Let me tell you something, Jack. The Stadia guru of gaming is here, baby. Let me tell you guys something.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm the most committed Stadia fan, period. I'm the number one guy. You think Sonny or whatever his name is loves Stadia? No, because he's too busy talking about GFN and Luna. You think Brian from the Nerf Report is in the Stadia? No. Look, guys, Stadia is doing good, but Luna got an expansion coming. No, these losers and these bums, they don't bleed Stadia like the Cowboy, the Stadia Cowboy. So yeah, that's right. I may from time to time say, I hope PlayStation does something great. But guess what? PlayStation and their fan base are all losers, just like Xbox and their fan base. Because Stadia rocks, Stadia rules, and all of you guys are fools. So I'm at the rightful place next to my guy, Jeff the Great, as we promote Stadia content with attitude. And might I add, some balls. So you guys who thought I was going to be gone, take that to the bank. Now, I will be honest, I didn't read the title of that Jeff selected. I just seen it. I was like, what? Oh, so stupid. All right, anyways. So jokes on you guys. You too, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, I'm not going nowhere. They're going to have to drag me out of Stadia kicking and screaming.
They might. Right. Am I the only one, when you want to go into the YouTube studio, you type Stadia instead of studio? Am I the only clown that does that?
Yeah, because I don't How are you going to the studio? I actually just click on the well, I usually do it from the app, or I'll click on the little thing and then go to something.
When I'm on my laptop, when I want to schedule.
Oh, okay.
When I want to schedule tweets, I go to the I go to the desktop. I use the computer.
Oh, I thought you said YouTube.
Ooh, Ef12 would make a good replacement, and that would be more entertaining than the Cowboy. Anybody, a piece of dry toast would be more entertaining than the Cowboy.
Yeah, man, you guys are some haters, man. Well, Jeff, you were a cool guy, man.
You are the PlayStation. You're the ShamWow PlayStation now. First chance you get. Do you like that? How I'm going to the weekend. I'm gonna lug my console with me. I'm gonna plug it into my mother-in-law's house.
You never heard me say that. With the power of Google Stadia, what I did do is I went to my mother-in-law's house and I was in her back room playing Stadia. And you know what, guys? This is amazing. It's a 2-hour drive, close to 2-hour drive. My wife drove, and on the way home, I was like, okay, we're leaving around 7. The shout outs to the Winter Community Championship. It ended at 9. It ends at 9. And I was like, man, I barely played this game. I need to practice, right? Or try to get my score. We're driving home, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat with my awesome, cool controller. I might get over here. And I'm playing with my phone, and the whole ride, Stadia, and I swear to God, Stadia never shut off. There's a couple times where it slowed down, and when it slows down, it speed up real fast to catch up, like it's buffering, but it never shut off on the whole ride from Pennsylvania to New Jersey. I'm just saying, man. So when you guys say, I'm having issues, I don't know what's going on, you need to fix either A, something's up with your device, either B, your cellular data, or either C, something's up with your internet. But if you're into cloud gaming, you might not want to be cheap.
It's never their problem. It's always the other people's problem. And
Yeah,
I see it all the time. Oh, I've got a gig up. It can't be my problem. Yeah, it's your problem.
no, because think about it.
You had a bad apple. You had a bad apple once, and now all of a sudden I'm off oranges. That's it. I'm off oranges.
Listen.
I never had a problem with an orange. Oranges are great.
And think about it, Jeff. No matter how much money you spend, it's not going to cost, or it's not going to compare to a Google data center that they have somebody around the clock servicing it. Mm-hmm. So that thing's always going to put out that signal. Mm-hmm. So you think Stadia, Google doesn't, the $1 trillion company, their data centers that have been up before Stadia, they need that to run 24/7. That's their business. That's their lifeblood. And you think that your old phone that for whatever reason is not working on one day, but yesterday it was working, but today it's Stadia's fault. Does that even make sense?
But Anthony, when I play my locally installed game on the internet, it's fine. Don't you know? But when I play on the cloud, it's crap.
Listen, these cheapskates, you need to up your damn internet. Then again, Jeff's been playing on really low speeds when he goes to his parents' house sometimes.
Oh yeah, but I fixed that. I upgraded I upgraded Mummy's internet.
But see, that's what I'm saying. So guess what? Jeff came out of pocket because he likes cloud gaming. So you little cheap broke individuals, get a job and upgrade your service. Stop blaming it on Stadia because you're cheap.
Yep.
And broke.
And even then, when it was, the crappy internet, yes, a few times it would come up when I was playing, when I was doing Ray's show, right. It would come up and say, or even if I was just gaming on my own, it would say, ooh, it's unstable. You might shut down. Never shut down. It just came up and flashed a few times saying it's a bit unstable. And a couple of times it froze. A couple of times the game crapped out a little bit, but I think that was more just a glitch in the game than the internet. And I streamed. It wasn't great. There was a bit of lag and a bit of whatever when I would stream, but I upgraded Mummy's internet, so we are nice. Good now. All right, what are you doing here? So, Mr. Urban World was playing Stadia before you, although you're a founder. I don't know how that's happening. Steam is losing. I think it's Nintendo. Yada yada
Guys,
yada.
in the building. Because there's no gaming service on earth that allows you to live inside of your games, cruise in on the. What is he talking about? Blasting music.
I don't know. Squid's lurking and munching. Squid's having a big barbecue. Big, juicy burger. Big, juicy burger.
I'm hungry, but my wife went to get her nails done, so she's probably not going to come home and walk in the door with food. So that kind of sucks.
So, lots of shit going on. Free play weekend. Jackbox.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's today, man. Jackbox 7.
Jackbox is free to play. Zombie Army 4, as we say it here in Canada.
Oh, really?
It's free. Free forever. You can play that. No credit card needed. No nothing.
Oh, what do you mean free forever?
I think it's free forever, doesn't it? Zombie Army 4? Just free.
Oh, it's a free to play game now?
I believe so. Is it not?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Thought it was.
I know you was reading it, but
I thought it was good to go. You know, free to play all the time. Was it not?
Well, it was a pro game at one point, but now
Zombie Army 4 Season Pass 1 starting today is free.
Wow.
Free.
That's cool.
Free.
That's cool. That's not a bad game either.
I don't know it. So one of those games I suck at because I can't shoot.
Yeah, I mean it's third person, but yeah, probably it's what's the name of the company that makes that? They make actually a couple games on Stadia. They make that. They make Sniper Elite 4, and they make what's the name of that one where you're like running around fighting creatures.
Mr. Urban World's going to leave if he hears anything about Dr. Disrespect. So we can't mention Dr. Disrespect, or he will leave.
All right, we will not say nothing about Dr. Disrespect.
Did not know he was a Dr. D fan, but okay, good to know. I like Dr. D, although he picks on my poor boy Tim the Tapman too much. But must be the stash that he likes. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. So yeah, so Jackbot, you gonna play that?
Yeah, actually, yes. I'll say this, which has been really cool. But last week on the Sandy Empty show,
did it. They did it on Thingamabobby's show the other night. Oh my god, it was so painful to watch. Oh my god.
Are you talking about my show?
I am not. I'm talking about Spectre show when you fired up that game. Oh my! Just to play it. No, we're not even talking about the crappy images you guys drew. Not even just to get to that point was so.
What do you mean? It was fun. Other people was able to join in.
But like just to get you to that point was so painful to watch.
It didn't take that long.
You know when there's fingernails on a chalkboard? That was what it was like.
Oh
god. Retro Rewind's coming back on February 27th, and featured guest is going to be Mr. Urban World. And he said, I said virtual reality disrespect. It's so funny because Jeff knew exactly what I said, and he knows Anthony doesn't read, so he gets away with the lies. That's 100% true. There is not one inaccuracy in that statement that he just put. Yes. So, anyways, yes, that was so painful to watch. You, the noob, trying to teach other noobs how to go to a website. I'll put in this code. Now you got to put in your character, and you got. Oh my god,
it was cool though, man. Like that.
I was banging my.
Listen, I recommend that game. I bought it right before Thanksgiving, or maybe on Thanksgiving, and me and my family played it, and it was a lot of fun. And just to have your audience watching, and then they could just join in and play with you, I think it's pretty cool. Now, there's a bunch of different games, so maybe you find which game is the funniest, or is more interacting. But so I'm curious to see what's on 7. So I will definitely play 7, and I'll definitely play like each one of 7. So I can find out which game I like.
Before we go too far, I hate these pillows. I need one good pill. Before we go too far, I just want to give a shout out to the Canadian women's Olympic team winning the gold medal last night, early this morning, beating, I forget who they beat, a lesser team. They were the last Olympics gold medalist that they won in a shootout, but that's okay. We came back with a vengeance and slaughtered you guys. So shout out to the Canadian women's Olympic team. We won't mention the men. We'll just forget about the men since they did not do so hot and didn't make past the quarterfinals, but that's besides the point. Shout out to the Canadian women's Olympic team and all the Olympians from any country doing out there. Mr. Urban World will be our featured guest on Retro Rewind on February 27th. Hey, look who's here. Look who's in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Look who's in the chat.
My son, Paul.
Your future son-in-law. So Anthony can say goodbye because he's no longer an opinionator, and we can bring in the newest co-host, Steven!
Oh, so I've been invited to replace? Oh,
yes.
Okay. Oh,
yes!
Not our boy Cowboy.
Because he's all PlayStation now. Didn't you hear? He's all about the downloads. He's all about taking the console with him. He's going to hook the console up in his car, and as he's driving, he's going to have his console sitting on the dash, and he's going to have it connected to a screen beside him. He's going to get a Tesla so he can connect it in there.
Oh,
and he's going to, yeah.
He's living the life.
He's all about the PlayStation now. Didn't you hear? Holtz is my new co-host.
I was just about to
Sorry, Steven is my new co-host.
Wow, Cowboy. I mean, I would love to see Cowboy still on the treadmill with his PlayStation 5 attached onto the treadmill, and he's doing his exercises with all that.
He's going to get a Tesla, and he's going to plug the PlayStation into his Tesla, and as the wife's driving, he's going to be, he's going to be playing Spider-Man, Marvel Avengers Spider-Man
I'll
version.
just play
That's
remote
the only
play.
place he can play it.
I just play remote play.
See, he's got it all figured out. He is the sham wow of PlayStation now.
Let me see if I can play remote play while I'm driving while I'm in the car.
You can now because remote play supports a mobile connection.
No, they added that a while ago, but it's just not as smooth. I mean, I haven't tried a PlayStation 5. I just hear, But
so he's all about the downloads now. He can't wait to pre-download games. He's all about the downloading now.
Listen, man.
He goes this instant play access crap. It's all about waiting for downloads. It's all about waiting. Cyberpunk. He can't wait to download the 63 gig. There was somebody, I forget, it was on Instagram. It was somebody was talking about. It was a 63 gig download. It was going to take forever. And I said, I play on Google Stadia. I just push play and it played instantly. I don't understand.
Did I tell you about my brother? My brother bought my nephew a PlayStation 5, and I've been telling him about cloud the last 2 years, and he installed like Call of Duty plus FIFA and maybe another 2 free games, and the hard drive was full. And I was like, yeah, you do know that over games, like 100 gig now? And he's like, well, I bought the disc. Why did it install to the hard drive, the SSD? And he didn't know that a disc still actually transfers the data to the SSD and uses all that space. So he thought he had 800 gig of space on his PlayStation 5 for a multitude of games, but he only had like 5-6 games.
Mr. Urban World wants to know where your soda is. I don't even know what that means. Yes, I know Tesla has their own gaming service. I just couldn't think of anything else that had a little screen that he could plug his PlayStation into.
What are you drinking, Holtz?
Pepsi Max.
Okay.
I mean,
I
need someone to clean this room. I mean, some bad streamers not half streaming, like, all leftover glasses from last streams. I think this was from my Cowboy stream yesterday, and that was from like someone else.
And the funny thing is, when you hold the one up right in front of your thing is invisible, so it's like you're holding up nothing. That's cool.
There you go. It's a magician look, and now, Mr. Urban World, I'll make it disappear.
Look at that. Did you make Jeff disappear?
Ryzak ordered
Nope.
the Tesla Cybertruck. He ordered the truck, and he'll get it like in 5 years, or whenever they. So Jackbox party, Holt. You and Cowboy going to be playing that bad boy tonight? Oh my God! Did you see him on Spectre stream the other night? That was so painful.
See, I think because what happens
oh my God, I was like banging my head against the wall, going, "Oh my God!"
I think what happens with Cowboy, he knows he did inform us that he's supposed to trick other players, but I joined in like, okay, let me just do this, and I was just clicking random stuff because I never had a clue what was happening. And then when I seen Cowboy and G Million at the top, I was at the bottom. I was like, damn them and their stupid games. I'm not playing again.
Oh, it was so painful to watch. No offense to Spectre because he's awesome, but that was just painful to watch from an audience point of view. And I left because I was like, I just can't. It was like fingernails on a chalkboard. Remember chalkboards back in the olden days? You're old. You remember chalkboards?
Yeah.
Some of those kids don't know chalkboards.
We used to call them blackboards. That's what we had them as. So it was never called chalkboards, but
you call them blackboards?
That's what we used to call them.
Although ours were green.
Wow. Okay. So you used to have. Your professor used to just roll them down.
Ours were green, but we still called them blackboards. But ours were green.
There you go. So
Zombie Army 4 is free now to play forever.
Man.
Season 1. I don't know if there's more seasons. I have no idea.
Yeah, there's
I don't know if that's. I don't think it's my kind of game because you know me. I can't shoot the broadside of a barn.
Let's look at it. Here, let me pull it up. Let's do a little show and tell, Jeff.
So now we're cut access. There used to be blackboards, and now we have actually got whiteboards. So now they use like a black marker now on the whiteboard now to sort of present the findings. But
we have other colors in Canada.
Wow,
Jeff, pull this up.
So advanced.
We have other colors in Canada. We just don't have black because that's racist. We're inclusive over here. We inclusive our whiteboard markers.
But my dad used to tell the stories that when he was a kid, he used to have teachers that used to flick the chalk at them, or throw like the sort of the eraser, like the chalk eraser.
Yeah, the big eraser. Oh yeah, you know how many times I got hit in the head with the eraser?
There you go.
Right, so here we go.
My dad's
Great age, Mr. Jourdain. He was wicked with that because if I talked back, he would just turn around and just fling it right at my head, and he almost hit me almost every single time. And usually no look. Like Patrick Mahomes has nothing on him, and his no look. Flinging
There was a poor student right next to you that used to get hit in the eye because of Jeff. Pick up that eraser and bring it back. Jeff, don't move this time.
Yeah. Then I got wise, and then I started catching them.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at this real quick, Jeff.
Just play.
All right. Lately we've been kind of doing that on the show. Here, I'm gonna fire this up real quick, guys. Let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, so guys, this would be cool if it is free. So this game is a 3D, third-person game. It's pretty fun. You run around, shoot zombies, but the cool thing is it's also made by the same people who made Sniper Elite. And you remember Sniper Elite, when you shoot, it shows the slow motion of the bullet goes through people's heads and all that, and body parts when you shoot people. It's actually pretty cool. So to know that this is free, it's kind of cool. So let's just do this.
And while we're on it, Chorus has a demo.
Yes, that's right.
Chorus has a demo. Again, Stadia talked about this channels program. They talked about how they can do all this stuff now. Now publishers are taking advantage of the technology and putting shit up there, right?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't cost them anything, and if it turns some game, it turns into me buying it, then they've made the money. If not, it doesn't cost them anything, right?
Is the demo a set time or is it set?
I don't know. I
haven't. Check this out. Look at it. Watch it. Ooh, right in the heart, guys. It's third person. It's a cool game.
Cowboy, I want to tell you something. Shooting the zombie in the heart will actually make the zombie still stand up. Just telling you that. Go for the brain.
Right. Oh, I took the head off. So you gotta be a little further away. Look, you could hold on, where's the other? Oh, all right, hold up. Let me hit him. Melee him. Watch this. Let's see if I can get a good shot. Holt said he want a headshot, huh? Let's see this guy back here.
Let's see if you can get.
Watch it. Watch it.
You're well off there.
Watch it.
In the neck.
Oh, you're right. All right, hold up. That is very satisfying. Jeff, you might actually like that. Darn it, man. Where's my...
Yeah, you know what? When I'm, this is a busy weekend, though. Dude, this is a busy weekend.
I'm definitely going to join Cowboy's World War Z game if he's shooting like that.
Oh, it's going to be fun. I got a lot of high hopes for World War Z. Come on, reload, damn it. All right, so...
Yeah, I don't know
Anyways.
what chorus is a. It says demo. I don't know if it's a timed demo thing. I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what exactly it is.
All right. Anyway, so this is the game, guys. Fighting zombies, horde of zombies. They got a campaign. I don't have another gun. I want a little fast gun. But look, I can punch him in the face. I can do takedowns. Watch this. Dang. Lay back down. Lay back down. Oh, look at that. Stylish. See that?
Right, get out of, go fire up chorus while you're here. Let's just see. Is it a time thing? Remember, Extraction was like a 2-hour deal, and Riders Republic was a 2-hour deal. Which
I mean, I like demos.
I didn't like them.
I like demos that way you can play for so long, and then you progress. You bring your progression to the actual game of you.
Yeah.
Here, let's go to the store. So
I mean, to me, on Stadia, like literally, if I buy a game for 2 hours, I can always refund it. So to me, every game's a demo. But I know
it's
for
true.
a lot of people,
that is a good point.
I know a lot of people don't actually want to drop the money, but to me, I've put the money on Google and they've refunded me within like 2-3 hours. So I feel like that I can always try whatever I want as long as I got some credit.
You might have to use the searchy search.
Here's the free games. So Creator, Destiny, Hitman. Man, I need to play the Hitman. 9 to 5, PUBG, Super Animal Rail, Super Bomberman Online. So when are they adding Zombie Army? Because it's not in here. They need to add it.
I guess they will. That was Zombie Army 4 Climax. Free game forever. No credit card, no nothing. Just fire up your Google account and off you go. You might have to use the searchy search. Oh, back up, up a little bit more. Right.
What, free games?
No, up one, scroll up, right, okay, down. Right there.
Oh yeah, of course. There you go. Play now.
Oh my, that's what we're looking for.
Of course. Not of course. Of course.
And look, it says buy, $0. But I already bought Chorus, so. But, oh, look. So why does it do that?
Oh.
Right.
Oh, it's because it's free. It's a free. You gotta. It's a. Oh, there's a. Oh, you.
Oh, there you go. Play for free. Okay. Oh, so it would have said buy. Okay, and then it says
$0.
Got it. Because I bought it already. All right.
So Paul says the game isn't free. The season 1 pass is free. I don't know what that means.
Oh, meaning that the game still got by the game, but you got the season 1 pass.
Oh, did you own the game? Is that why you're able to play it?
It was a pro game at one point.
Oh, was it? Oh, well, then there you go. Well, who knew?
All right, let's see.
Was it a pro game? I thought it was free on Luna. I can't remember. It was free on Stadia.
No, it was free on Luna. Yeah, it was.
I'm seeing all these nonsense about Luna and some big expansion or something. Are they out of beta? Are they coming to Canada? Otherwise, I don't care.
Not yet, but that's the rumor.
Then I don't care.
Hold on. I've been waiting. Oh, this is a demo. I was about to say, where's my game? Now, here's the thing, Hopes. Do you think if I played a demo, it might overwrite my save?
Exactly. I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust the cloud save.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, I already got the game, but it's saying demo. Let's do it. Well, look, it says continue. All right, whatever. Let's just do it anyway. See what happens.
How far did you get into it? That's what I want to know. So if it's only an hour or so, then yeah.
No, I played it, for like 10 hours.
Oh.
All right, let's see. Let's see what they let you play.
This is Chorus.
I watched CMG play it, and I really didn't understand it.
Experience fast-paced space combat across mind-bending.
But I also said that about some other games that I've gone and played and went, oh, this is good.
The biggest threats the galaxy has seen. You play as Nara, the former right hand of the Great Prophet and commander of otherworldly power amongst the Circle, who rule over the galaxy with an iron
So last
fist.
weekend, Riders Republic
After
was
the
free on all
destruction of Amiga
platforms
Prime
except
and
Stadia.
crippled by
And then
Reynolds,
all weekend,
Nara
I kept saying,
abandoned
yeah,
the
we know our
cause
servers are
for
down.
real
Yeah, we know
duty.
shit's broken. We're working on it. Oh,
When the
we know
Circle
that's broken
returned,
too. We'll get it fixed. So all weekend, I
Let's
kept
get-
seeing them apologizing for shit not working. So I'm kind of glad that it wasn't free because I would have tried to play. And
Yo,
then shit
Jeff,
would have been
you're-
working, and I
that's
would
a-
have been like, this sucks.
I don't like free stuff because I'm used to back in the days of PlayStation 3 when online was free. But you want a better experience, you went with Xbox Live, and I feel like you have to put your money to establish these servers to play these games. Because all last week I was seeing people trying to get on Lost Ark, and that's a free-to-play game, and I just seen people complaining that there was not enough capacity to cater for the gamers. So I feel like if it was a paid game, you would actually support the servers.
Maybe.
Target's locked.
But free to play is like the new model, man. All right, so check it out, Jeff. So you can fly all around, and you pretty much shoot and blow things up. It's awesome.
Oh,
leave
I
me
like
a check.
blowing things up.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a flight game. So if you're into flight games, but it's pretty cool because you could like move like differently than you can in other flight games. Like it's pretty cool. Now I play
noticed on the top of the
invert.
screen, it's got a waypoint.
Yeah. Well, you could click in the analog. Oh, I don't think I have it yet. But you'll click in the analog, and then it's gonna make the whole thing flash, and then it'll show you where you gotta go. It's like this type of like sense it has. It's pretty cool. Anyways, I play an invert, and it's not inverted. So maybe I should change it real quick. But I'm not trying to play it that long. But you guys get the point. Flight game. And you just fly around and blow everything up. And you get upgrades. And you get like heat-seeking missiles. And whoa. Alright, I might have to change the controls. Alright, anyway. You guys get the point. But yeah, that's cool. It's a demo. Get the game. View the game. Yeah, let's see what happens. Review the game. Is it going to pull up my game? Oh, it just does this. Oh, wait. Now this is probably my game.
Yeah, probably the one you purchased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have checked just to see if they kept everything the way it was, but I'm sure it did. Well, hold on. Well, here's the demo. All right. Guys, I'll say this. Mercs Market, man. Woo, this game is addictive, man. It's actually my sleeper hit.
I haven't even the last 2 Wednesdays I've done my Crata stream with special guest Crow. And we ended up just playing Crata for 2 hours, and it's like crap, I never got back to any of these other games. I keep falling behind. My backlog is just falling. Google can stop anytime it wants putting games out because I'm so far behind. And now we're almost into a new month.
Totally agree with that. Totally agree. My backlog is ridiculous, like all yours. So,
yeah. I want to try to get back to Darksiders. I need to beat that game, but I got to put the time in. But now I'm not lost anymore.
I was saying on Cowboy show maybe that I would like to see Stadia Pro change its like sort of system, how we would sort of claim games, because sometimes I would like to say that if I don't claim games, I sort of get credit points that sort of can tally up over the months. And then the more I actually tally up, the more I can actually claim high esteemed games. I feel like that's what I want, just in case certain pro games don't actually relate to me.
Yeah, remember I did that video. And I was asking people like, how would you reshape pro? But yeah, that would be interesting. What I worry about is people remember, you still pay $10 a month, but then people just holding out, building up a large amount of credit. But then you got to remember, you were still paying $10 a month.
Yeah, of course. You still get credits, just little credits, of course, because you're still using the features like
they still gotta pay the developers. So you want to have them. You want people to claim it. You want people to play it, so they can then get the revenue back to the developers. So
that is a good point.
It's all about getting the money out to the developers, right?
Because if you just stop selecting games, then the developers be like, well, why should I put my game on there? Because then people probably not going to select my game because I don't think my game, I mean, to be fair, maybe their game isn't critically acclaimed. And people are like, I'm not picking that. I need to save my credits.
So last Monday, I did a community play of PUBG. Shout out to Climax, William, and Certified Doctor for or as I called them, 3 pros and a noob. And then people in the chat were like, "Is the noob the guy with the bright orange outfit that everybody can see, as opposed to the dark clothes that everybody else had?" But I died and I did something and then I got back in the game and we won our first 2 games and we came 5th and 3rd. So shout out to the boys. Shout out to the winning team. Shout out to the boys for carrying me to victory because that's pretty much what they did.
Sounds like
I just ran around, tried to get there was one time I was really behind and even Squids was in there going, get into the circle, run. And I had to do that. And a lot of times I was just hiding behind, William or Suave, just hid behind them. Like, don't shoot. And I just hide behind them.
It's one of Jeff's all-time favorite moments in gaming.
Yeah.
Winning PUBG.
Exactly it. I think Crow noted that I didn't shoot my gun at all in the first game.
Wow.
Or you probably shot it with 0 accuracy, but it still actually counts as a win.
I actually don't think I hit I don't even think I shot it at all. I don't think I shot it at all. Second game, I shot a couple of things just to say, well, I shot the gun because Reacher taught me you never shoot a gun that you've never personally fired yourself. So if someone hands you a gun, you should at least fire it once. Never taken to a battle gun you've never fired yourself.
See, so
shout out to Jack Reacher. Shout out to the new guy playing Jack Reacher, not that Tom Cruise butthead. Have you seen it?
I'm a terrible shot. My recoil's terrible. When I shot it line up, the bullets just go all around you. It doesn't hit no one. I could be literally close to you. I could even miss a shotgun.
In real life or in a game?
In a game.
Oh, yeah.
I can't
even do that. I'm like, hold on, I'm going to shoot him. Hold on a minute. Hold on.
Remember, I'm from the UK. We don't actually have firearms here. We're not allowed to actually shoot firearms.
That's cool, man. I would like that.
Don't you have like gun clubs and stuff where you can actually?
No.
Really? Oh, we have gun clubs where you can actually.
The only people who have guns are the police.
Only special police. Normal police don't have guns.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like special forces, like
Cowboy's carrying right now. Cowboy's got several guns right on him.
Not just
we can't see it. Your green screen kicked in.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. It was just holstered in the right spot. It also just fades out.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that man, it's so crazy in the United States with guns. So that must be like, wow. So like, wow. I'm just so dumbfounded that there's no guns.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my Japanese friend, she was like, "Oh yeah, usually like kings and people." And I was like, even Japanese police walk around with weapons. So I think a lot of people actually walk around with weapons, but here, where I'm from, in sort of Eastern Europe, and Western Europe, should say Eastern and Western Europe, we don't actually have these kinds of stuff.
So it's not a lot of crime at all then, huh?
No, there is crime. There is crime. It's just that we're not allowed to carry weapons.
All the bad people have guns. Same here. The bad people, all the baddies have guns, not,
man.
My son and I went to Dallas in 2016. And we're in the Uber driving from somewhere to somewhere. And I said, just assume that everybody you meet has a gun. And an older retired guy driving Uber, we were at a light, he turned, he goes, listen to your son. Or listen to your father. And then he kind of patted himself and was like, okay. So I don't know if anyone can see this, but this is Ubisoft Plus has indicated what games are coming out in the next quarter.
Oh, really?
I don't know if people can see that. If I do that, is that a little better? Maybe not.
A
little better. Tom Clancy. So what? This is the stuff that's coming January through March. So their fourth quarter. Obviously, their beginning of their. So we already know. We already got Extraction. Assassin's Creed Valhalla: Dawn of Ragnarok is coming to Stadia.
That actually looks pretty good.
Settlers is coming to PC. Assassin's Creed: The Enzo Collection is coming to Switch. Clash of Beasts is iOS and Android. And then we've got Far Cry 6 DLC Episode Dos Control, Far Cry 3 Episode 3, Collapse, For Honor Year 6 Season 1, not coming to Stadia, but
Oh,
Oddballers
man.
is coming to Stadia. I don't know what Oddballers is.
Yeah, it's that new weird looking game where the balls bounce around.
Okay, cool. All right, then. So,
No, the last one. You gotta read the last one, Jeff.
Oh, didn't I? I did not do it. What's the last? Oh, Rainbow Six Siege Year 7 Season.
Now, the next Ubisoft game I care about is Avatar Frontiers. I think that's my next hitter from Ubisoft.
Now, is that this year or next year?
No, it's this year.
Well, that is their fourth quarter, which ends in March. So if that's to them, that might be next year because that could be April, right? So their year end is March 31st. So this is their fourth quarter. So right
now, I wonder if
the calendar year.
I wonder if the Rambo DLC is still active for Far Cry 6 because I actually want to play that. And so I got Ubisoft
Shout out to
Plus
Ray for listening and driving.
Ray, my guy. Ray might know. Let me know, Ray, if that's still available. Actually, I should check it out. Check it out.
He's driving, so he probably won't be able to talk. He won't be able to type.
No, I wonder. He might just know, but I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but he can't type. Suave says we have all the guns in the Texas, brother. According to the.
Okay, so out this list, and it's not on the list. The next actually Ubisoft game I'll be playing is actually on the Switch. I'll be playing that Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope, I think it's called. So,
as far as I know, World War Z is coming to Stadia. That was just a list of the stuff that's coming this month and next month.
Right. For Ubisoft. Jeff, pull my screen up, Jeff. Let's see.
All right, hold on. What are we looking for?
My screen.
Why don't you use the search?
All right, there we go. Look, I was right on it when you said that. Let's see. So I didn't like this game that much. I know people are going crazy for it. I just don't like the time period. But when they added the Rambo thing, I was like, you know what? The game felt good, like the controls and everything, and the graphics and everything.
Forgot about that.
To run around and play as Rambo would probably be pretty cool.
Haven't they just sort of upgraded like a DLC to like the Joseph expansion or something?
Yes, they added that. Yeah, that guy.
What? Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat, isn't it?
Oh. Exactly. I close my eyes.
That would be awesome. Mind you, 90% of the people who are playing Far Cry 6 probably don't know who Rambo is. They probably have to go ask their mommy and daddy, what's Rambo? Who's Rambo?
Nah, remember, this is Far Cry 6, meaning it's been around for a while. So I'm sure it's a lot of people who are older that's playing it.
I like it when you young guys talk about old people.
Yeah, they're like, Mom, Dad, wasn't Rambo a Mortal Kombat character? Yes, son.
Right.
Rambo's from Mortal Kombat.
No, they're like, no, I thought Rambo was on Warzone.
Yeah, exactly. But Mom,
Right,
Dad,
so
wasn't he on Fortnite in 2000?
Yeah, I was gonna say he was in Fortnite. Wasn't there a Rambo skin in Fortnite? That none of them would have known. None of them would have known who that was.
So look, I think the Rambo thing is gone.
Oh, maybe it was just.
I don't know how to get to it.
Maybe it was just maybe it was a limited time deal.
Oh man, that sucks. Because I got this just so I could play Rayman to be a part of the tournament, and I figure I'll play a couple other things. And I'm talking about the winter community championship. By the way, guys,
It's true.
you guys should check that out. You could join.
I was lurking in a few of the streams.
Yeah, you win $50 if you come in first place each week, and I think $25 second place. Yeah, so I'm assuming the Rambo thing is gone. I'll have to look it up, but darn it, I want to run around as Rambo.
Well, you should have claimed it when you had the chance.
I was just taking my sweet time.
If you weren't making stupid videos all the time of nonsense, then you could be playing more.
Jeff, let me ask you something. Do you see the people who are watching?
No.
It's people who watch my videos that likes me to cover the Stadia news, okay? Or the
I'm not talking about that.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I don't know, when you do, stupid stuff about, whatever, family.
Oh, my life?
Your life. Nobody cares about your life. Keep those for your members. You know who love those? Your members. Keep those for your members.
No, man. It's more people that watch those than just
Cowboy
keep those for your members.
Cowboy would have won if he sat down, his family down and went, "Do you know who Rambo is? Do you know who Rambo is? Well, we're going to play Far Cry 6 together. Come on, all sit down. We're all going to know who Rambo is."
No, they played Jackbox Party 7 as a family on Thanksgiving. Was that before or after you were running around with a camera, shoving a camera in their face when they were trying to eat breakfast?
I mean, listen, Jeff, my family has been dealing with me recording since 2011. I don't know what you're not listening to, so they're used to it, okay? I just walk around, they're like,
I've been trying to cancel my membership with Cowboy, but YouTube took away the cancellation button.
stuck, baby.
I've been trapped as a member for months. Just go to your credit card and do a chargeback. They love that. They love that.
Oh, we don't get chargebacks here. You know, you try and complain about something to your credit card. They're like, "Oh, but did you cancel direct debit?" No, it's the other people you have to complain to, not us.
Well, I need to find out who's NACO. What country is Nikon that makes the controller? Their service is terrible.
Nikon?
No, NACON.
Oh.
That makes that controller. They actually make, I guess, games now. Man, I've been trying to contact them. Then they're like, "Oh, you got to email this email." I email the email. No, you got to email this email. I called them today. They're like, "Oh, sorry, we answer the phones, but we don't deal with issues. So you got to email the email." I assure you that was the right email. I'm like, I emailed them February 3rd. They never wrote me back. Well, email them again. I'm sure. I'm like, at this point,
is it one of them helplines that's like, "You are going to get charged $2 per minute. Thank you," and they put you on hold for ages?
You know what's funny? They answer the phone pretty quick, but they can't do anything. I'm like, what's the point?
I wish YouTube had free memberships. We've discussed this before.
I'm happy to be a YouTube Premium family member. I pay for YouTube Premium, and I give 6 family members the option to actually, as we all share music, movies, games, Stadia.
So when they show those movies that cost money on YouTube, they're all included in premium?
No, not including the premium. I mean, I usually buy my content straight up. So say it was a 4K HDR movie, I buy it for like £14, so it'd be like $16 in the States. And sort of when I actually buy that latest movie, it goes to my
You don't
family
get to own it. You don't get to own it, Holtz. If YouTube goes under,
I've said this to Cowboy.
You don't own the game.
I have had over hundreds of DVDs and Blu-rays, and I couldn't give a crap going back to stuff with clutter or going back to my friends and families. You'd have my DVDs, you'd have my game.
Man.
This way, having a shared library, we can all talk about it the same day. We can all laugh and joke, and in the end, there's no returns, no problems. And I feel like me doing it this way is more cost efficient and actually beneficial to my family. So,
and in a selfish way, when I started getting the digital, I love the fact that, could I borrow your game? Nope, you can't, because I got it on digital.
So I can say to my friend, like, if my friend wants to play a new game, I'll be like, okay, I can share the password. I can link it to my Steam. I can link it to my Google. We're in a world we can just access it instantaneously. We've got the passwords and the credentials, should I say. And it's better than actually having them physical.
Yeah, I just love digital, man. And then obviously cloud.
What happens, I say to my family members, I say to my brothers, I've got like 4 brothers, and I go, okay, let's all chip in 6 months of YouTube Premium, pays up to 6 months, and I'll put on YouTube credit, and I'll actually just put it on there. And one day my brother's like, oh, no, I don't want YouTube Premium anymore. And then they've got 2 kids each, and they've never known what advertisement is. So when they actually started watching content on YouTube, they're like, Dad, what's this advertisement? So my brothers rang me up and said, okay, I'll send you the $10, because they've never knew what advertisement is.
Wow.
So the kids are spoiled.
Shout out to Bruce. I have something special coming one day soon, thanks to Bruce. Can't tell you what, and can't tell you when it's going to premiere, because I don't know when I'm going to get the damn thing done. Bruce did his part. Now it's up to me to do my part, and there's just too much going on this weekend. It's NBA All-Star Weekend. There's HBCU Bowl on. There's draft video stuff to watch. Oh my God, there is just so much to do. And there's gaming. Gotta play Jackbox 7.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out, man.
Of course you would.
Yeah, if I like it, I'm gonna buy it. I heard there was one that was similar to what's the game called? I want to know, Jeff, if you played, or Holtz, if you played it. Oh my God, what is this real popular card game? Oh my God, my brain.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, not a card game like that. Like a
Oh.
game where you read a card, and the cards that's in your hand, you have to give out a card that the person will substitute for, like a blank. So I might say, I came home from the club and what was waiting for me in my bed was blank.
Cards? You mean Cards Against Humanity?
Yes. Wow, Jeff actually heard of that. Cool, man. Damn, Jeff, you're a little more hip than I thought.
I have forgotten more than you will ever know.
Leave it. So have you ever heard of that, Holtz?
No. But I was just laughing at Jeff's comment. I used to know that. What was I saying again? I'm like that. Like I said, Jeff reminds me of my dad. My dad's exactly the same. John, Paul, Ringo, George. He'll shout every bloody name under the sun before he gets to my name. So
that's funny.
But when he said card game, I just went straight to, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or
right.
The Witcher game, or all them other ones on iOS and stuff like that. I didn't actually think you were actually talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I'm not really a card player, should I say?
Okay.
But it sounds interesting. It sounds like you can have fun with sort of the people that join in, like your family.
Well,
I came back from the club and I saw that blank in my bed.
Well, Cards Against Humanity is more of a raunchy game. You really want to play it with kids, because the cards that they would have would be like the craziest stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can buy different decks. So you could. They got
somewhere.
Some decks.
I have the Big Bang Theory edition of Cards Against Humanity. I just can't find it.
Right. See, there you go. So you could get different decks that won't have the raunchy stuff in there, but it's no fun.
You have to remember, I'm a member of Product Hunt and a lot of other things. So by the time you've heard of something, I've already seen it, played it, and moved on from it. Like I saw Wordle back in June, and I talked about it back in June, and nobody knew what I was talking about. Now every other tweet is Wordle, because now everyone's caught up to me. But again, I'm already on to the things that you guys are going to be talking about in a few months. I've already seen it and played it, because things show up in Product Hunt. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Click on it. I play it. Move on.
So what's this Product Hunt? Is it like a subscription box per month or something? Or
no, it's just a newsletter website.
Okay.
And anytime there's new products, new whatever, things show up, and you click on it and you can read about it and sometimes play it. And so, yeah, by the time you guys hear of things, I've already moved on from it.
Yeah, I'm the same with, like, sort of music. I usually listen to artists before they hit mainstream. So when people are like, oh, yeah, have you heard about this artist? I'm like, yeah, I've sort of seen them live. I'm like, oh. So I guess you just have to be in the know for what you actually like.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think, again, World War Z is supposed to come winter 2022. So winter, I guess, where I live at, ends in March, like the end of March. That's typically, unless you get a long winter, and it could go into April. So do you think World War Z is coming next month? And do you think World War Z will be a pro game or not?
I hope it's a pro game.
Well,
just at least
technically it ends on March 20th, technically.
Yeah, well, I did say
first
that.
day of spring is March 20th. March 20th.
Unless the groundhog doesn't see his shadow.
No, that has nothing to do with the groundhog. It has to do with moons or spinning and all that real shit. Not some fictitious rodent that some guy goes, oh, he said this. Off. Nonsense.
Don't be a hater, man.
I care about, the real stuff. How, remember science. I believe in the science. Not the stupid rodent. And we have our own stupid rodent up here. We have several rodents up here, none of which I believe in.
Several rodents.
Anyways.
So, okay, I'm not going to ask.
Anyways, yes, you know what? But you know what? Who knows? Sky Climbers has delayed their game because they were going to launch and other games are coming out, some bigger games, and so they pushed it.
there's Jeff believing in the science. So when something doesn't get released on time, he's like, the Earth's trajectory must have been slow around the sun today,
Right.
because my calculations should have been that day.
Well, see, there's a fine line between releasing a game and releasing a game early and then it having full of bugs and full of shit, right? That's the EA model. We're just going to push shit out and then patch it later. That's the EA model. Cyberpunk followed the EA model. That's the EA model. Let's just put shit out and then, we'll fix it later. We got their money. We'll get around to fixing it, right?
Yeah,
programming alert. One day, MM2K is coming on, and we're going to debate why I would pay Google to not put EA games on Stadia.
Let me ask you something, Jeff. What you say is just so there are people you realize that like EA games and don't have the problems you have or are accepting. So why would you literally take off content from Stadia just because you don't like EA? That's
You mean me and everybody? Okay, so I dare you to find anybody, notwithstanding Ray or any other paid content partner of EA, they don't count, who liked 2042 or how that game was called.
Yeah, you got it. 2042 Battlefield.
So again, I'm not talking about the guys that are being paid to play it. I'm not talking about EA partners like Ray and all those. I'm not talking about them. You find me a regular person.
Jeff, I was really sweating there, thinking like, what is he going to say about EA? Because I love Dead Space. I love Grid Legends.
Again, I'm talking about EA. I'm talking about EA developed games, not ones that are developed by other ones that they just push out. I'm not talking about them.
So when you said Battlefield, I was like, yeah, who gives a crap about them broken ass games? Because Battlefield's always been broken. So I thought you would you were mentioning the games that I actually like. So when you mentioned Battlefield, I'm like,
EA is a publisher. I'm not sure which games they actually create themselves, but I mean,
well, Battlefield, anything that you can tell if it's done in EA Dice or EA. There's a couple other of their own studios, but when it's made the Star Wars game is put out by them, they didn't write an ounce of code. Therefore, it's not broken. It actually plays. It actually works. Right? Anything they write and program does not work. And those are the games, right? And yes, you can say I play FIFA and I don't have issues. I can go and fire up FIFA, and I will point out the issues to you. Again, you have to remember, because I was watching a Stadia dad play, and he's like, "Oh, I can't believe I missed that." I can. The animation didn't fire. It's all animation based, and it's whatever the game wants you to do. Has zero. He goes, "I should have that had nothing to do with what you."
Hey, Jeff, that's formerly known as Stadia dad. Okay.
I was just talking about a Stadia dad. There are a few dads who play Stadia. I was not mentioning anyone in particular. I was just talking about. So when you say I don't notice an issue, but then when you're playing the game and I've seen people going, "Oh, I can't believe I hit the button and it didn't do it." I can, because the game is broken and it just plays whatever
let me say something. And do you think he stopped playing the game because that random issue happened? So if I play a game every day and maybe 5 times in my session I have an issue, I'm gonna stop playing the game for that?
It's every issue. That's the entire game. Madden had a championship on their website. It was riddled with problems. But again, they weren't allowed to talk about it. But it was right there. Anybody watching it can go, "What the fuck?" And I can point out the issues. You may not know and you may not care, and you'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't score the goal." Well, that's because it's animation based, and whatever animation, they just couldn't put the right animation in for you to do it. Because again, it's broken. They don't have, it doesn't matter what you do. The game has already decided if you're going to score or not.
Thanks, Jeff. So I know I'm not crap. It's them damn animation. That's what I'm going to blame going forward.
Pretty much.
I was talented back in the day, but damn UEA.
I was removed from a Madden tournament here in Canada because I registered, I signed up, and the guy came and emailed me, and he wanted to have a call with me. He called me and he said, "You're not going to play fair." And I said, I'm going to play the way the game lets me play. He goes, "No, you're not." He goes, "That's not sportsmanlike." I said, "Well, then if the game lets me do it, how?" He goes, "That's not the point. You're not playing fair."
Why wasn't you playing fair?
Because I know the exploit. I know the plays that cannot be stopped.
Oh, okay.
So I will put my punter at quarterback, and I will run the same play. And doesn't matter what you do, you cannot stop me. It's impossible.
That's not your fault. That's the developers.
And because the game is broken, and they asked me, they removed my registration. They wouldn't let me play because I said, "Just give me the money, cancel the tournament. You guys can't beat me. There is nothing you can do to beat me." Because there are plays that the game is broken. It cannot be, that's it. It's done. The guy that won the Madden 21 World Championship, that's exactly what he did. And it was aired on TV. And he put his punter at quarterback and he played the same play. And he just rolled through the tournament, undefeated.
You were mad because you wanted to do that.
Well, But again,
Jeff could have made a lot of Canadian dollars by doing that. He could have been in a sports magazine, Sports Illustration. There's Jeff. I done it.
Sadly, people know that I know the game is broken and I know the exploits. So that's one of the reasons why I don't play it. Again, they just so back to World War Z. They're not going to rush the game out. I'd rather them wait. If they have to delay it another 6 months to make sure it's actually playable. They have the servers, they have the this, they have the that, whatever it might be. So they don't run into the problem that Cyberpunk had.
Well, speaking of Cyberpunk, can you share my screen?
I hate this.
Or are you crying for like 8
I've
hours?
heard games usually get delayed on PC because the likes of exploits in the PC code where people can sort of hack other games compared to consoles.
PCs are horrible. Oh yeah, PCs are just.
So, while you guys are ranting about that, let me just get into this real quick. So I'm going to Stadia source.
It's funny to watch some of the guys like Dr. Disrespect. We talked about him earlier, and some of the other guys because they're playing on PC, and then they're playing against guys that have these exploits, and they get stream sniped. So guys just, they come right after them and they don't stand a chance. They can't win because they're on stream showing their game. Yes, they delay it a little bit, but, still.
All right. So real quick, Jeff, in between your rant. So I'm going to Stadia source. Shout outs to them. Your number one source for all things Stadia. Just to see some of the stuff we may have missed. So we did miss that.
I've never been to that website ever.
Okay, fine. That has nothing to do with anything.
They are not my source of all things Stadia. The Stadia people are my source for all things Stadia.
Yeah, I could go to their Twitter page if you like. But so My Hero 1's Justice Part 2 came out.
My Hero came out yesterday. I am a crackpot.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay, so Hopes did get it. And is it good?
Any good?
See, I was actually too busy finishing the Book of Boba Fett to actually get round and Peacemaker. So, but I'm a big My Hero Academia fan from the anime, so I will actually be playing that soon because I love 3D fighters.
Nice.
And I've played games like this in the past. It doesn't matter if it's like Demon Slayer or Naruto. It's from roughly the same publishers. So I love Bandai Namco. So this game was a must for me.
Nice. Yeah, I was watching the video. I looked at some reviews. It makes me enticed. I love competitive stuff, and I know that you play it. So it makes me kind of want to get it, but I think I'll hold out for Dawn of the Monsters because I'm a sucker for the kaijus.
Yeah,
plus, I don't know.
I was saying to you, maybe because I can relate more to the characters because I've been established. I've seen the movies and I've seen the series. So to me, saying Dragon Ball since the 90s, I always keep on buying the same game over. So to me, it feels like I can enjoy it. But if a newcomer, I would say, you would have to try the demo first, see if you like it. But
yeah. So Cyberpunk got a patch.
Is there a demo of that game? I'd like to try a demo.
That's not a demo. But so Cyberpunk came out, got a patch 1.5, so it fixed a bunch of stuff.
What just to say about Jeff, you're gonna like it because these superheroes have got what they call quirks, and some of these quirks might be the most stupidest superpower you've ever seen in your life. But if they're utilized well, you'd be laughing your socks off how these sorts of characters use their special abilities.
I'll wait for it to come out on Pro, and then I'll give it a try.
Yeah. Wow.
That's pretty much how I feel at the moment, because I've got so many other games. Like, I never bought Riders Republic because I just knew I would never get to it, and I just never would have.
Yeah, makes sense. Now, we've been talking about this for a while, and it's finally out. So Dynasty Warriors came out on the 15th, so now that is actually out.
I so wanted to buy it because Stadia was always my place in the idea. Like, we had like elastic computing, and we're gonna have loads of people on screen. And every time I heard them terms, I was like, Dynasty Warriors is going to be a game that I must play on the cloud. And I was hoping that I would really get around to it because I've got a backlog and I've seen some kinds of hiccups in the game. I thought I'll wait until it gets patched before I actually put my money towards it. But I'm a huge fan of Koei Tecom, and I do actually like Dynasty Warriors style games.
Baldur's Gate got a patch.
Doom.
What games, Jeff?
Free.
Oh, free games.
And here's Nacon I was telling you about. So yeah, let's see. It says they make the controller I got, but Nacon picks up publishing duties for Zoro. So they're the guys that's doing your Zoro, Jeff.
Nice.
So Jeff, what's so special about this Nacon controller?
Oh my God, are you serious?
No, so good.
You see my controller?
Is it Wi-Fi enabled? What is it? Is it?
No, it's Bluetooth. Hold on. I got
it makes you coffee. It makes you coffee. It massages your feet.
It reads Cowboy's tweets out for them.
Well, nothing can help Cowboy tweet.
It's the best controller, and I've tried the Game Sir. I've tried the GLAP controller. This thing is pretty much an Xbox controller. Yeah, put it on me, Jeff. Pretty much an Xbox controller split in half. Jeff, give me the full
I'm working
screen.
on it. Be quiet. I'm working on it.
All right, so check it out.
Quite beefy, that, isn't it?
Huh?
Quite beefy. Quite look jaw.
Oh, so here's what's the best part about it, Holtz. These feel like legit, actual like handles. All right. Then the button placement are like actually where they should be at. For instance, right?
So you're saying there's no charger port and that to connect? It's Bluetooth.
Yeah, it connects Bluetooth. So look at it. Look at it next to a Stadia controller. Like, look at that, man. It's awesome. And then the triggers are analog. So the back ones are analog. So if you gas in, you step on the gas, light or whatever, let up on the gas. But here, let me throw my phone, mind you, my phone is 6.7 inches, right? And it fits my phone. Look at that. Fits my phone. And my phone screen is bigger than the screen on the Nintendo Wii. I mean, the Switch. And look, it fits it.
Come on, Cowboy. What's the logic? Why don't you actually move your phone downwards a little bit so it's got half up, half down? What was it? Just attach it to the bottom part of it.
What do you mean?
You know, can you actually move your phone down a little bit?
Oh, so there's a lip. Bring it back on me, Jeff.
Ugh.
Oh, I see. So it holds the phone. It holds the phone at the bottom.
Yeah. So it secures it. So there's a little lip right here.
Oh,
so when you put your phone in, it stops it right there. But if you want, the good thing is the grip is really good, right? So if you wanted to, and you just want to bring it down lower, I mean, that's on you. You know?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to risk that neither, would you?
Because also there's inside here these creases, like your phone could sit right in here. So it helps to have it in here and touching the lip. But look how wide it opens. More wider than my phone. This thing, I'm telling you, it feels like a regular controller. This is what I used when I was in the car for 2 hours just playing the game. My hand don't get cramped.
Probably attached to an iPad, like an iPad mini or something. It looks like you can probably hold an iPad mini and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Because it's a lot bigger than my phone. But yeah, this thing... There is no other, like I know people like the Razer Kishi, but the Kishi doesn't have handles like this. The GLAP controller got handles, but the button placement is terrible. Like your hands, you're holding like your fingers are all the way up. The Game Sir, your fingers it's kind of like this. So when you're holding it, your fingers get cramped. It's amazing. Amazing. I beat Fast and the Furious using this. Like, it's amazing. But the only issue is, you gotta watch my review. I test everything, D-pad, everything. The only issue is this button. Make sure you don't buy this version. So the version, if you're a cloud gamer, they got one look identical, but it has the Xbox button. So it's made for Game Pass or xCloud. So this, if you hit the home button, it actually takes you to your Android, your phone home. So it doesn't pull up the Stadia menu. So that's what I've been fighting them for. I'm trying to see if they could let me swap this out for the Xbox one. The cool thing is a viewer actually wrote me and said, hey, if you got the Xbox version, it would work. And so they tested it for me. So
no way to change it programmably?
No, not yet. I mean, when I first hooked it up, it came up and said something about an app, but there is no app. So I think maybe they're working on an app, because that came up on my phone screen. You got to enable the app. So at first I couldn't get it to work, and then it was weird. I updated my phone and it started working. So that's what I was trying to see, if there was a way to. I mean, trust me, I've been looking into this like crazy. But so I like it so much. I think I'm just gonna buy another one, the Xbox version. It's $80, but it's worth it.
With the button face, I would actually say that looked like an Xbox to me. So when you say there's an Xbox One, I'm like, oh, maybe the X button, the X home button.
Yeah, it's an actual round Xbox. It got like the logo and everything. But if you look at it, it has the Stadia buttons, like the 3 lines and the 3 dots, but no picture button. Yeah. So what do you say? That's the computer symbols?
Yeah, I think starting options, isn't it, on a lot of controllers?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, on the Stadia, it's just identical to the Stadia controller. But I don't know anything about PC.
No.
Anyway, that's my show and tell. But if you
see, like, that is the Xbox controller. Yeah, see, so that's got like 3 lines, doesn't it? 3 lines.
No, so the Xbox controller, here, zoom in on holds. I thought it has like the thing that shows like 2 different, like, well, let me look on my phone. I can't tell.
See, that's what I thought. It looks more like an Xbox controller to me, that layout. So I don't.
No. It's just like the Stadia controller. You know how the Stadia controller has 3 dots and then the 3 lines? This controller has 3 dots and 3 lines, just like Stadia.
Keep hitting the wrong button.
Yeah. So you see the start and select, how it's 3 dots is the select and 3 lines. This controller has identical, just like that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But the Xbox One is identical to Xbox, but it's the same controller. But so when you hit the Xbox button, it actually pulls up the Stadia menu. When you hit this button, the home button, it takes you to your home screen or your phone. So technically, if you was playing with somebody, you couldn't access.
Now, I wonder if that's a framework update, because I know like GeForce Now, when you were using the Stadia button and you pushed it, I know GeForce Now wasn't actually using the correct prompts and they updated it. So I wonder in time with that actually hardware.
So meaning it's an update for Stadia or it's an update for the controller?
Up for the controller.
Okay, yeah. So with the Game Serve, they actually had an app, and the same thing you said, you would download the app to your phone, and you would go to Bluetooth, and you would go in the app, and then you was able to map the buttons, because they was the Nintendo layout, so you can remap them. So I would think, yeah, if they came out with an app and just allow you to map that to the same thing as the Xbox, then it would be perfect. You know. So the question is, if they let me swap it, yeah, or do I spend $80 just because of the button? I mean, I don't really need. I found a workaround. So this is what you do. If you're using it, just turn off Bluetooth. And when you turn off Bluetooth, it goes back to Stadia touchscreen. And then you can access whatever you want. Then you just turn Bluetooth back on. So I trust me, whenever I get something, I try everything. I figure out what's wrong, what's not wrong. Even the D-pad has an issue. If you're on the Stadia app and you press down and face button, it doesn't work. Like Mortal Kombat, you press down and I guess B to do a sweep, it doesn't work. Now, if you go to the browser, then it works. So for some reason, it doesn't work with the press down and the face button, and the app doesn't work, but it works on the browser. So, and I'll figure like all the reviews I watched, nobody figured that out.
And you've tried this on Android and iOS, or is it only a
Oh, I didn't try it on iOS. So the Xbox version, nice. You want to show everybody? Sandy just got her nails done.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can't see. So the Xbox version isn't for iOS, but this version will work on iOS as well. So that's the extra stuff I'll tell people. But
Sandy must have went to a fancy salon that makes my glasses, because when she shows it, it disappears as well.
I know, right?
I thought it was only me with that magic.
Look at that. Sorry about that, Jeff. I just wanted to, cover that. I know you want to go to sleep now, but
Jeff,
right? Hey, listen, I had to hear you ranting. So, about you hating EA to death. Jeff, have you ever played Titanfall?
Oh yeah, years ago. Not recently. I think I had it on the
Great game.
PlayStation 4, maybe.
I feel like these games that was really good, but they stopped supporting them. Dude, make it free to play and cross play. So and then you don't have to add anything to the game. Like, just let the game just be what it is and cross play, and let the online mode be on. So many people will play, like Anthem. If Anthem was released to everything and free to play and had cross play, so many people would be playing because it was a great game. Whether you're supporting it or not, people would just play to fly around and blow things up. So anyway,
I don't know. I think people actually follow the hype. Even so, I feel like a lot of people, even if it was free, would ignore it because they like the next big thing. So I don't think a lot of people would go.
No, but I think people stumble on
MJ
stuff,
says
though.
that Luna does the same thing Jeff's talking about with the service interruption thing that doesn't affect your gameplay at all. And he says, Luna's coming to Canada. What's the date? Is there a date? I want a date. Date and time. Day and date. Let's go. Everyone, day and date. Day and date.
MJ Parks, date and time. You don't come on here, Parks, and just throw out nonsense. We need a date.
Not that I care. Not that I'm going to get Luna, but
yeah, me neither.
Just saying.
He just needs to know.
He needs to know. Jeff likes to be in the
know. Fun. It's fun right now when people go, Luna is so much better than Stadia, and you can't say otherwise. And I go, it's not available. It's not available to 6.5 billion people. So how is it better? And everyone's going, Stadia's not in all these countries.
I've sort of given up on Luna.
So
it's like I had my pitchforks and my flaming torch ready.
Only
US only. And then now it's like, Luna who?
Shout out to the Canadian women's hockey team for winning last night. Gold medal in hockey. Because that's all that we care about is women's hockey in Canada. That's all we care about is hockey.
I just don't understand what, unless you're a budget gamer and you're like, dude, it's $6 a month. You get a random bunch of games. I mean, that's cool. But other than that, I don't see how people even compare or would choose Luna over Stadia. Again, unless you was like the budget gamer. You're like, yo, listen, it's $6 and they bring games. I mean, good enough.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be more. It's going to probably be like $12 in Canada. So,
well,
everything's
about £4.
Like even Ubisoft is like $19.99 here, or whatever it is up here, right? So,
saying my brain is hurting because I'm hungry. She's starving me today, Holtz.
I need to tune in.
Hold on, Anthony. Can you lift your hands up? I don't see piano legs tied to your arms.
Piano legs.
Is there something stopping you from making food?
I'm on the show with you.
He's a terrible cook. I heard he's a terrible cook.
You could have messaged me and said, I'm going to make myself some food. I'll be a few minutes late. I can run the show by myself. I got my boy Stevie here. I can always call in our favorite piper or our other favorite piper. I have options when it comes to co-hosts. So
all I know is if anybody replaced me, I would want it to be Holtz.
I could even ask this Mr. Urban World to sit in.
Oh, that never happened.
He's going to be our lead guest on Retro Rewind on February 27th.
Mr. Urban World is a bot. He's not real. He's AI. He's Skynet. He's artificial intelligence. He is not real being. He is a sentient.
Like Hal? Is he like Hal?
Who?
He's the Matrix anomaly. That's what he is. He is the one source code.
Did he just say who?
Yeah, you said Hal or Cal? I have no clue. Do you know what he's talking about? Oh,
Hal out of Space Odyssey.
from what?
Space Odyssey. The
Yeah.
sci-fi. The big red eye robot. It's like
Open
a
the
big
bay
gooch.
doors, Hal. Open the bay. Oh,
I
my
have
God.
no
I
clue
will
what
not
that is.
do that. I will not do that, Cowboy. I'll do it. No.
Well, I think he just set a new record for being a noob.
Why? Because I don't watch some loser show you watch.
It's a movie, not a show. Damn you!
Right.
It's
like,
a
it's like
cult
a classic
classic.
movie. It's like you know, it's to movies what Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was to books.
And the soundtrack was really great as well and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, it's like wiping out one like saying you don't know what Aliens is.
Let me
like
look
that.
this up. What is it called?
Oh my
Space
God.
Odyssey.
2001
Space
is
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
2001. Yeah.
Oh, 2001. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Probably got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. And he calls himself a movie guy, and he's never heard. Oh my God.
No,
I
he keeps
don't
on going.
watch
He
garbage.
loves them.
Yes,
He
yes,
loves them
Jackbox
chick
is
flick-
boring as hell to watch streaming. Oh, MJ, you should have seen them trying to set it up. Oh my God, it was
like
Cowboy-
2 minutes.
Cowboy. It was not. It was like 5 minutes or more. Cowboy the noob was trying to direct another bunch of noobs, and he didn't even know. He's like, you just got to click on. Well, you'll see. He tries to explain it, and then he goes, well, you'll see. And then never really explains what they're supposed to do.
Because the
And then
thing,
they started
because
the game, and nobody was ready, so then they had to cancel out and start all over again.
no, that's
Oh,
because host started the game.
my God.
Did I start it?
I think it was you.
I was trying
Why are
to-
you throwing Holtz under the bus?
If it was me, I was trying to speed it up. I was trying to.
Oh, it was just
Set
like
it
oh
up
my
and left
God.
everybody out.
Well, you say if you've never seen 2001: Space Odyssey, you're too busy watching. I think last time didn't you see Death 365 in the cinema? Well,
Purple
not
Haze,
last-
thanks for the reminder to press the thumbs up. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Purple Haze. I went to see Moonfall last night, though, guys.
Any good?
Is that the one with Barbara Streisand?
I don't think so. No. But
movie?
it throws you Halle Berry's in it, and the guy from The Conjuring.
The who? The what?
The Conjuring. The guy from The
Never watched.
Conjuring.
Never watched it.
Don't know what that is.
Okay, well, it's a horror movie, so you probably just if you're not into horror. But if
I am
anybody's
not.
into horror,
I
you
am
could
not.
have skipped.
I am not. You know me. I don't like horror games. I don't like horror movies. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that IT movie.
Oh,
That movie
no,
about IT.
I love horror. I love playing horror games, but I'm like, I can only play like an hour before I give myself a heart attack. So I love scaring myself for an hour and then calming down, then joining back in.
Did you get Resident Evil?
Which one?
The 8. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do.
I've got Village, yes.
I forgot to look at the demos on Stadia. Hold on, let me go back to Stadia demos. I want to see if everything is there.
No, they should have a platform where they always offer every game to have a demo, not just like selective weekends.
I think they're moving toward that. I think they're building out the infrastructure. I think they'll do that. Purple Haze, don't listen to Mr. Urban World. You're welcome anytime. There is no secret code. I should give him the secret code. I think Mr. Urban World needs a timeout.
You guys didn't know too, and it's really cool how Stadia has everything broken down from crowd play, shooters, and
It's true.
that's really cool.
No, to me, I'm the type of gamer where when I load up, I just want to see sales and pre-orders. That's all I want to see at the top of the screen. I don't need to have.
I want to see free. I just want free. I like free.
Free.
I like free. That's why I, after my free trial of GFN expired, I've never paid for it because I don't want to pay for something that lets me play games I got for free.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, you actually claim all them free games from certain storefronts.
Not all of them. When I remember and I see them and I feel like it.
Pull that up, Jeff.
Oh, I feel like free games is more like digital clutter. You claim them and you never get around to play them.
All right, so here
that's why my thing is so far behind. I haven't even played January's free pro games yet.
So we're in the demo area, guys. So we got Chorus from Space. That is actually fun, from Space. It should say this is part 2.
Actually liking my messages on Facebook.
Immortal Phoenix Rising, Rainbow Six Extraction, and Resident Evil Village. That's cool that these are still there. This was like what over a year ago. They had Immortal Phoenix Rise as a demo, so that's cool to see it still there. I didn't realize Rainbow Six Extraction was a demo though.
Well over the
I
year.
think, I think as they, I think they're building out the infrastructure and they're making things easier. You know, the Stadia dev blog post where they talked about they're hooking stuff up to Visual Studio, which is the development language I use, which would make it so nice user interface to develop stuff and to test. You can just quickly test on the fly. The fact that they're rolling that out, you guys who don't program don't understand how nice that is.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know or not, but look at the section. So, if you go to store, right? So free games, like Jeff was talking about, you see was free. But look, you can see all the games that State Share, all the games that Stream Connect, all the games that have crowd play, which is my favorite. No, I like crowd choice. Crowd choice is my favorite. Kids and families, shooter games, and then look, and they show after each one, they show look, it's free, right? Free demo. Sports and racing, action games, party games, adventure games from Bethesda, demos, add-ons. It's pretty cool. So, guys, Stadia has a lot that they set up for you guys. If you ever just click on the store, check it out.
I just search for the game and type it in and go.
See, I would just like the main titles that I would love to see, and just have a little drop-down box that says like featured, blah 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 blah. And every time I click on it, it sort of just shows the titles. Then actually keep on scrolling down.
What I would like is if they had tabs, right? I want to have my paid games, and then let's say I hit a tab and it goes over to Ubisoft games. Hit a tab, it goes over to Pro games. Right? Just give me that.
Did you put that in your survey last month?
I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I put a lot in my survey.
But I don't use the browser. I always use my mobile phone. So I just open the app and I think I'll just quickly go. And then usually because I follow news, I know actually what I'm looking for. So I don't actually have time to filter all that.
Right.
Well,
my thing is this.
I'll change the search to latest titles because I know it's going to be one of the latest titles that I want.
Well, so the reason why the search doesn't work for me is when I did my Ubisoft day, right? And I just wanted to pick a random Ubisoft game. People say like, oh, we could just search a game. I didn't know what game I wanted to play. I just know I wanted to play a Ubisoft game. So if they just show me all my Ubisoft games, it'd have been kind of cool. But they was trickled in because I had played some. So it was like all over, you know?
I want a feature where I can actually ask the assistant to say, you know, recommend me something to play, and it'll say, your friend Cowboy is playing this game now. You also so many percentage in this game, or Jeff is playing, getting this achievement. Pick 1, 2, 3 to play, and it'll load the game straight up for me. So I go, okay, I want to play with Jeff 3, and it just boots it up. I would love to actually have more assistant integration.
Now that's cool, but this is what I would like. Remember Stadia added the thing where you could just access somebody's game, but you had to turn it on or you could turn it off. I would love if you turn it on and it says, Jeff is playing Super Animal Royale. Do you want to join him? And you click on and I just jump in his game. Holtz is playing PUBG. Do you want to join? Oh yeah, and I pop in your game.
Well, that's easy for Red Dead, but if I'm playing PUBG and I was playing the other night, well, I had a full thing. Like I know Crow wanted to jump in, and a couple other people were going to jump in with me, but I already had a full, crew. I had a full crew. So, right. Same with, so not all games are built for that, right? Yes. If I see, Ray is playing Red Dead, I just jump right in and join his session.
No, but you're saying Red Dead because Red Dead has a large amount of people that join. But if you was doing a squad on PUBG and you only had 2 people, how cool would it be if me and Holtz could jump in and fill out the squad?
Sure. So you're saying that as actually you load up Stadia, where my concept was like I'm asking the assistant wherever I am, mobile, around the house, whatever, to sort of recommend me something before I even consider booting up Stadia. So,
gotcha. I mean, either way, I mean, we could hypothetically throw in my same scenario. I'm just saying it would be cool to say this Jeff is playing something and there's a space.
Hayes makes a good point. What if if it says Jeff is playing PUBG and you're like, yeah, I want to join him. Well, meanwhile, I'm waiting for my boy Crow to join, and now you took his spot. When I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
So hold on. So there is a feature, if you want me to go to options, where So everything I'm saying, you can do that, but you could turn it off on Stadia. So the game itself allows people to jump in that you invited, right? But you can just jump in. Some games are made that you can jump right in.
So Jeff, that's why we need Hal Holtz.
Yeah.
Do you want Cowboy to jump in your stream? No, Hal. Tell Cowboy sorry. Okay, Holtz. Telling Cowboy no. Thanks, Hal.
So yeah, see, in theory it sounds good, but yeah, no.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
there's certain games you can still do that anyway, even now. Because I don't like when you're playing a game like Marvel Avengers, right? We had this big problem. So people would play, and we get to the super hard boss, and we can't beat them, and somebody's like, "I gotta go," and then they leave, but they don't let nobody else replace them. Like, what the hell? We couldn't beat them with 4 people. Now we got 3 people. We might as well just quit because I can't even let somebody join in. That would be perfect. Anyways, Jeff, what else is
I can see the advantage, but something like an open worldy type thing like Red Dead, because then I'm just joining in the session, I'm just there.
Right.
But other games where there's little squatty squads, I may be waiting for William to boot up his PC, his slow ass PC, not his new one that he hasn't built, right? And so yeah, I wouldn't want you just jumping into my game, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing here, Cowboy?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Piper.
Well, maybe it'll let me, maybe it'll know that you have available space, and then a icon pops up for you and asks you if you want to accept to let me in. How about that?
No, that's a whole. See, now that's a whole lot of work to make that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but yes, it would have to be two-way like that, because I may be waiting for William I invited Holt. I sent him a message this morning saying you're free at 5:30, and at 5:32 he goes, when? What?
I mean, there is games that you can do that on Destiny now, Jeff. I don't know if you know that or not, but if you and Host are playing Destiny, I can say join Fire Team and jump right in your game.
See, I'm the type of guy
that is a thing.
Just like on everything, I actually turn off every notification so I'm not distracted. So Discord, Twitter, my PlayStation account, my everything is just notifications and turns off. Because when I play games, I don't want notifications. Jeff invited you to Wreckfest. Cowboy invited. So unless I make the plan, I don't actually want to see these notifications always distracting me from games.
No, when I'm like into something, I just kind of tune everything out.
Yeah, there was somebody on Stadia that I unsubscribed. I removed them as a friend because I would get like 27 notifications. They'd be like, invite to play Animal Royale, invited you to play Animal Royale, and there'd be like 27. I spent 5 minutes just deleting all of their stupid invites because I happened to be in it, and then I got out and I left, and then so I know exactly what you mean. My favorite co-host of all time is here.
Oh man,
Mrs. Piper.
Yeah.
Just saying. MJ, you want to be on Retro Rewind? Pick a day. Pick a day right now. 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what time zone you're in. Adjust the time accordingly. Pick a day right now. You're in. Got the schedule open. Pick a day.
Nice.
I heard rumors that William invited the Climax. Don't see it in the schedule. If it's not in the official schedule, it's not real.
And I wasn't even invited, period. So
you were on season 1.
I mean,
we're not doing dupes. We're not doing duplicates. We're still trying to get through the mass number of people. You know who I'm trying to get on the show? Never going to get him. Do you know who I'm trying to get on the show? Never going to get him. But you know who I'm trying to get on the show?
Who, Sonny?
Metal Jesus.
Who, Holtz?
Metal Jesus.
Metal Jesus.
Cowboy has no idea who the fuck.
I know who he is. He's the white dude. He got long, yeah.
Metal Jesus, Retro Rick. I have a little wish list of people that I will get on the show. May not be till season 8, but I will get them on the show.
That's
I can see Jeff in season 8. It's about bloody time, Metal Jesus, and he's like, "Oh well, Jeff, because you got more subs than me now, I have to come on this show." And you're like, "Metal Jesus, you'd had your chance, mate. You'd had your chance."
Right.
Sorry, Metal Jesus. Do I got to go to Seattle? Do I got to go to Seattle to interview Metal Jesus?
You know what's funny though? I am competitive. Like when I never cared about getting my channel to be monetized. And so when I did, I had goals. Like I want to get more subscribers than Stadia Source, because I remember I helped them get to 1,000. And before I wanted to get my own self, before it was even a thought of me getting my channel monetized, I helped them get their last 31 subscribers all by myself. That was all me. True story. So one day I want to have more than them. I want to have more than Vet. I don't know. Maybe I am past him already. I don't know. But I want to have more than him. Like I have my little like rivals where I'm going to be above them one day. I'm going to say, look at me now.
Metal Jesus is a legend. You know what? I'd even settle. I'd even settle for Reggie. I'm not settling. That's not the right word. Don't now. You're going to tweet him. Jeff says he'll settle for Reggie. That's not.
I bet when a cowboy jumps out of bed every morning, does his Disney song. Someday I'll have more subs than you. Ha ha. It's a little dance.
Someday I will have more subs than Stadia Source or GSN or GFN.
How many do they? Well, how many do they have? How many do they have?
Some. I think they got 17 something. I looked the other day. Let me check.
I got nothing. I got zero clue.
Hold on, I want to check on Vet. He was always like 14
is
something.
a legend. What about? I like Retro Rick. Love to get Retro Rick on the show.
By the time you get Retro Rick, he's going to be called Retired Rick.
Yeah, so they got 1.75. And the funny thing is I searched Stadia Vet and it pulled up Stadia Source. So yeah.
So is that what you do, Cowboy?
Sir William would like you to take a look at his new intro that he sent you.
I'm on the show. Could I show it?
No.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking of. No, you cannot.
All right, Vet got 15.
All right.
So I got to catch him. I'm at 14 something.
Beware, copywriter. Do not play on stream. There you go.
I feel like I want to start my channel and like start my intros. Do you know what? If you're sick and tired of all these bums and people on the news, subscribe right now. We'll show them what we mean. Let's get 25,000 to beat Sonny. What Sonny's on?
Right.
Just to prove
that'd be like your intro, right? That'd be your intro. Every that would be interesting. Like if every video you pay attention to what your subscriber count was. So every video you start off today, right before this video, at the recording of this video, I had 15 subs. Next episode, we better get to 25. Yeah. The next episode, we got 18. But
if you want to see that Stadia crown on my head, we better get another 25,063.
See, Harris Heller does not agree with that. Your goals have to be something that you are in control of.
Right.
Getting to a number of subs, you are in zero control of that. Right. But if you say, like my goals, I want to stream consistently. I want to do this. I want to do that. Those are the things I can control. Right? So I want to have a regular schedule. I want to do my retro stuff. I also want to do this. So those are my goals. Those are things I can control. Having making a goal is something that I have no control over.
Jeff, let me give you a little story.
I have a goal. I'd like to marry.
Let me give you a little story.
Zero control over that.
The Cowboy said, "You know what? In 1 year, I want to have 1,000 subs." And you know what?
Yeah, but in
a year and 30 days. I was 30 days late. But guess what? I put it to the universe. The atmosphere. The universe said,
he's missing the point that he is not in control of it. Sure, he got where he got to, but he was not in control of it. Right? He said he made a goal. I'm going to vlog every day. He's in control of that, and he can do that, right? So yes, say you got your goal, you got there, but you worked really hard at it. I'm not saying you didn't, but you are not in control. You can't control and make people subscribe.
Jeff, did you not see my tweets? I was like, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to burn your house down.
Excuse me, Mrs. Scarlett Johansson. Why have you not married Jeff? I just wanted him to take control. That's all I wanted, and I would have married him. Okay, Scarlett, thank you for your opinion.
No, I'm a big-time sub. She's got to take control, and she's got to... Wait, what? What?
I didn't think Jeff knew who Scarlett Johansson was.
I'm just saying. I'm just using that as an example. Again, I'm not in control over that. But muting you when you're going off on a little... I'm in control of that, and I can...
Well, I think I decided, guys, that I'm gonna go to the diner to get. Well, I didn't decide, but my wife. I texted her and said, "Where do you want to eat?" And she said, "Diner." So I think that's what we're doing.
Why don't you make something?
I don't cook. Yeah.
Who knows?
That's something you're in control of. You could learn to cook.
I could.
That's
And my
you're in
grandma
control.
was an
You're
amazing
in
cook.
control of that. You're in control of that.
And I'm also in control of not doing that.
I guess.
I mean,
Yeah, that works.
who knows?
You're in control
Cowboy
of
could be
going
like.
over to Chris's house and proving that it's not his internet and that it's him.
I mean, wouldn't that be great for Cowboy? The master of content. You know, the king of content, the master of vlogging, and the Michelin chef.
King of cloud content, king of cloud
and
content.
he,
Get it right.
And he just starts saying the Michelin chef. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
MJ Park is going to do the 27th. MJ, you are in. You're in the schedule.
Oh wow. Hold on, MJ. How come you ain't never come on my shows?
MJ, you're in the schedule. Now I got to find out when. I got to find out when. Is SPG around? When did Suave? When did you say you were going to do it? So I can put it in the schedule.
Hold on, I'm a little upset that MJ is going to be on your thing.
Well, I just want to say these. I want to
MJ
say
clearly
these sarcasm.
knows the better show to be on.
Yeah, guys, just because I'm on this show today doesn't mean I'm going to be on forever. So don't join the people's show just because I'm on it. There you go. I said it.
Wow,
When are you coming on Retro Rewind? When are you coming on Retro Rewind? Holty Holtz? Stevie?
Well, just tell me how. Just tell me how back in the day retro is. I mean, I was in the arcades, early 90s, playing the late 80s games, so I know.
Retro is whatever you say it is.
I played the Commodore 64 and stuff like that, so I can go as far back as that.
There's a guy coming on the show where he says retro ends and anything CD and beyond is not retro. So PlayStation 1 would not be retro. Anything
Jeff, Jeff, I just said that last week.
I mean, there's people out there that's like,
some other guy.
Everyone's like, I was so retro. I was so retro. The first tablet that I played on was called the Moses tablet with the 10 Commandments. So I don't know how old we're going back.
Pretty sure I'm
Holtz
twice your age.
was holding it around.
Pretty sure I'm twice your age, but whatever.
Jeff, so I'm hungry.
I think all these people in their 30s, like I'm old. I'm in my 30s. When I'm wearing underwear, well, if I was wearing underwear, it would be older than them, but. Not sure who I'm talking to. I should be talking to Groku here. I'm not sure who. There's nobody over there.
Right,
Why I turn my head that way? I should be turning my head and talking to Groku.
And everybody.
Grogu's 50, so he's actually older than me. So he's closer to Jeff's age than he actually is to Cowboy and me.
So everybody and everybody listening, can I mute Jeff?
Awesome? Was that not awesome?
So
was that not awesome? The book of Boba Fett. Wasn't that great? I love being in control. I watched it last Friday night. I watched the I don't know 2 Friday nights ago. Last weekend I watched all of Reacher. I just put it on and Prime just kept serving me up another movie till 3 a.m, and I was like, oh crap.
Well, Cowboy, I was saying to Jeff in the Discord, I'm watching like the Raised by Wolves. And he's like, what show are you watching? Thinking it was like a cloud show. And I'm like, no, it's actually a HBO Max show. And I was like, oh, sorry, Jeff. So,
I thought you were on a podcast. I thought you were doing a thing.
No, I was watching.
I thought you said you were on. I didn't know this Raised by Wolves podcast.
Yes. So
I thought it was a Raised by Wolves. I thought it was a podcast you were on. You're like, I'm on that. I'm on the Raised by Wolves. I'll be there shortly. I'm like, okay, you're finishing up another show. Go finish up your other show. Yes, dude. I thought you left, but yes, we do have to watch Yellow Jackets. I've heard great things about it. Just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Jeff, check out my message.
Join. I'm going to go to dinner. Love you all. Jeff sucks. And he's gone. We got rid of the Cowboy. That's all it takes to get rid of the Cowboys. Texting Sandy and say, take him for dinner.
Wow, that's going to be our secret weapon going forward.
Apparently.
You know what I mean? Sandy is the one that's actually fueling the Cowboy. That is something that we need.
Yes. Yeah.
He's like Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Sandy. Feed me, Sandy.
Little Shop of Horrors. That was a retro game back in the day.
Was that a game as well?
I think there was everything back in the day. There was a movie, a TV, a show, a book. There was always right. I think that was. I remember the movie version with Rick Moranis, Canadian.
Oh, so if he's Canadian, remember him? I remember him. He was Canadian. Anyone that's Canadian was good.
If I name, find me somebody that's not Canadian out there in Hollyweird.
Hollyweird.
Our boy Ryan Reynolds. He's in now every movie. You can have that Stone guy or whatever the hell his name is.
Now he actually owns a UK football team.
Does he?
I can't remember which one.
I didn't know he did that.
But he does. Him and Will Ferrell.
Could be their BFFs. They were at the Super Bowl together, so yeah, that could be. Sure. Two Americans owning a.
So he done something with gin. He lined like loads of gin shots by his club and sort of done something like that.
There's an NES game for basically every movie from 85 to 95. Probably true.
I didn't even know the NES went to 95. I thought it was replaced well before then. I thought the SNES came along before that. But I get what you mean.
And Sierra says truth, which is probably William. It must be William. Sierra must be gone and William must be on the keyboard. So that sounds like a William.
What you're saying, truth.
He owns Wrexham.
Yeah, that's it. Wrexham. And it was one of them with the W. I was like,
Oh, no. She says, no, it's me. Okay. All right, then. Cool. Well, there you go. Tell William to... oh, never mind. I'll message William.
Jeff's like, can you confirm the passcode that I give you? To confirm it's actually you.
Oh, welcome, Hester. Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome. You're not going to be here long, but...
Nuggle to you as well.
It's fun when Crow's in the chat, because sometimes he can decipher the gook that they type. Sometimes it actually means something. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. Stuck with the Mrs. SPG. Sorry, Charlie. You're my favorite SPG. Bot. I'm no longer speaking to Jeff because he threatened to time me out. This is the last day you will all see me.
We can't have that. I mean, what's our streams without actually Mr. Urbanworld?
I threatened to time out everybody. I'm a grumpy old man. If I had my cane, you never saw my cane, did you, when I was at my parents' house?
Yeah, just start whacking the PC. Ban. It's a ban cane. You just start whacking stuff.
Ban cane. Oh, I like that. Oh, I gotta bring it. I gotta bring it home this weekend. I gotta bring home my ban cane. I like that. I'm gonna write it on the side. This is my ban cane. I like that. I'll put a little copyright Stephen.
Jeff's gonna start scribbling the names of his banned foes on the cane.
Oh, like Sheldon Cooper's. Like Sheldon Cooper has that on floppy disk. He had his mortal enemy list on the floppy disk. I'm gonna write it on the cane.
But Jeff's gonna be lazy. He's gonna sort of shorthand your name. So he's gonna say MUW banned. Who's this MUW? Mr. Urbanworld. Just scribble it in.
No, he might get the whole name. He's worth it. He is worth the full name. All right. Holtzy, Stevie, what are you playing tonight?
It's going to be a early one for me. You know what I mean? I can't play games after I watch TV. To me, it's just sort of, I focus on one type of media. So because I'm in the TV mood, I'm going to actually watch some anime. I can't play games. Or if I play games first, I don't actually watch TV. So it's a toss of the coin for me. Yourself?
Okay. I think I'm going to go watch some TV, and I may watch some American football.
Do you follow a certain team?
I do, but we won't talk about that.
No, you won't talk about it.
But the season is over. They had their Super Bowl last weekend, but now we're into the fall, we're into the off seasons now, and we're getting ready for the young players that are coming up out of college. I got to watch tape. I'm going to So I'm going to probably watch some tape of that, get ready for the draft, which is in the combine, which is coming up in a couple of weeks. That's like a tryout for the college players.
The under players.
That. Sierra Rose says, hope the family's well. I'm going to be spending time on the weekend with my parents. So tomorrow night is Retro Gaming Friday night. I'm going to continue Road Rage. Did you ever play Simpsons Road Rage?
I did back in the day, yes. I did. Is that on your Retro Rewind?
No, this is my Retro Friday night game. I had some technical issues, internet issues last weekend, so I ended early. So I'm going to continue playing. That, and then for the Sega, I got a game called Virtual Bart, which I don't know much about for the Sega. So
Is it Bart? Is it Bart Simpson or just virtual Bart? Yeah,
no,
so it's another Simpson.
Got a little Bart Simpson on the cover.
So he just says, "Eat my shorts" and stuff like that. Don't have a cow, man. Stuff like that.
I think so. I'm not sure. I'll have to fire it up. I just picked it up at a gaming store, a little gaming convention. I have a video on it.
Oh, is that the one where you sort of traded in? Was that the one you mentioned last time?
No. The trading one is in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
The trading one is in a couple of weeks that I'll be going to.
Do you have anything that you know you're going to trade, or do you think it's like back in the day when you were in the schoolyard? Got, keep, need.
We have a crap load of stuff, and so my kids and I are hopefully this weekend or sometime we're going to go through them and figure out what do we have duplicates of. Like I think we've got duplicates of the Simpsons game because I think at one point, like sometimes we would buy 2 games before cloud and before digital, so both kids could play the same game together. Or I could play with them, right? So I'd often have 2 or 3 of the same game. So I think I've got like 4 or 5 copies of the Simpsons game just because of, right? So yeah, just kind of have to go through, just got to kind of go through them. I organized one of the boxes, and I have a couple of games that have never been opened.
Well, there you go. You have
like
loads
what
of
the hell?
duplicates.
Why do we have unopened games? So yes, got to kind of go through all the PlayStation.
Make sure you got that checklist.
I don't know what to do with my PlayStation 3 games. The PlayStation 4 isn't retro, so they're going to stick off to the side. 2 and 1 and all my other stuff are in this shelving here and up here because they're retro. 3, I just don't know what to do with my 3s. Do I keep?
Yeah, to me, I'm like that person where my younger family members and stuff like that depends. Like, well, some of my younger families back now was like 22, but because I was always a gamer at heart, I always passed my last gen consoles to the younger family members with the library that I've got. So I never actually keep consoles about. So when I upgrade to certain stuff, the younger family sort of gets the console and the library, and they have it for the next 3-4 years.
That makes sense. Yeah. So I'm not sure what to do with my 3 stuff yet. So I may bring it, and if there's somebody's going to give me a good deal on a 3, then I'll if it's something I really want, then I'll keep it. But yeah, I don't know what to do with it. But I got 2 3s right here. I got 2 3s, a 4 here, a couple of 4s. My 1 and my Sega are up there.
Well, I just want to say, Sierra Rose, thanks for asking how I am. I'm doing fine. Hope you and SPG are doing great as well. So, and that's it, Jeff. That's our conclusion. Thanks for inviting me.
I think that's it. Thanks for coming. You were supposed to come before, so I could have just not had Anthony come on. But
that's it.
That was the plan. That was the plan. But
I say secretly brush him under the rug.
I should have messaged you yesterday. So
that's what people usually do, because usually, like I said, it's not being rude. It's just my notifications. I don't like my phone going bzz, bzz, ding, 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 ding. So it's usually when I actually open the app myself, I can actually sort of browse at my own decorum and
I am the same way. I have all my notifications turned off except my work email. That's the only notification that pops up is work email. Anything else, I actually have to. Twitter, I have to go to Twitter, and some days, somebody tagged me in something, and there's 8,000 messages, people replying and liking and comment, and it comes up and it's like 27 notifications. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know what I'm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel
I can't even find the original post.
Yeah, sometimes I feel loved when someone actually is in a big heated debate and my name's tagged, and I wake up and I'm like, what the hell's all the. And you try and find the original post just to catch up.
Then kind of scroll back forward the fun. Okay, what started all this and why? And then sometimes people who weren't even in the original post now have jumped in and commented, and it just becomes unruly. So I'm like you. I have most of my turn except work email and work chat are the only. And there's we have a family group chat. I don't know if you knew. My parents went into assisted living back at the end of last year, so there's a little group chat with my brothers. So again, when they message, that pops up because again, that's something I have to look at and deal with right away. But Twitter and every other nonsense, I have that all muted, and I actually have to open up the app. So sometimes. So one day Anthony was like, he sent me something. He's like, hello, and I messaged. By the time I opened up Discord, there were 3 hello messages from him or something because I didn't look at it all day because I was working, and I don't have those. I don't have those come up. Sierra Rose working on her book. book reading. And then there's the Crow. Crow and I had a great time. Crow, I found a new game for us to play. I was watching the boys on the Crata Boys playing, and there's a game that looks really cool. Crow and I were playing Crata. I don't know if you ever play the Crata game.
I did. It's a sort of game where you create your own games. And
Yeah,
to me,
but
I played at the start when there was like competitions, but I never got round to sort of sticking my teeth
there's
into it.
lots of cool games in there. But I think Crow and I both realized that we're tired of running jumping games. So now there was a couple of games we're like, do you want to try this one? You need to run it. Nope. Next.
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't like, but we found couple of shooting games. And again, some of these, and Crow and I want to make a game. We just don't have a good idea what to make. And then we see these other games. Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't we think of that? Well, that's a good idea. So I think we just have to dive in and just start making something.
I created one game. I created one game in Little Big Planet, not in Crate, it was in Little Big Planet 2.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And Sackboy drops down, and what happened was it was a big, huge Freddy Krueger chasing you through the boiler room. And it was called My Little Nightmare. And that was the only level I spent hours creating to sort of get it to look great. And that's it. I've never actually created anything since. But I actually did want Creator to actually succeed. It's just the games that I actually see. It's like when you see like that Super Mario Maker and stuff like that. Everything becomes the same, and it becomes about points, and it doesn't become about creativity anymore. So that's what I felt.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jeff, I am keeping you to it again. So enjoy your.
No, we're good. Yeah, Crow says, I had a lot of fun. This is our Wednesday night now. This is Wednesday night now. Crow and I jump into Crata together. We just start playing. We started doing. There was a Christmas game that we found after Christmas, but we started playing that. And it's every Wednesday. Crow and I jump into games together. We just start. What's this game look like? What's this game look like? And we just. It never meant to be a whole 2-hour Crata stream, but the last 2 weeks it's just worked out that way because they've had a bunch of new games that we're trying out.
How are you feeling with Crata? Are you still enjoying it after this long period? It's still something that you're sort of invested in.
Yeah. Because there's new games all the time. It's not like it's the same game. So there's lots of new things, and there's very creative ones. And they bring out like there's a Christmas game where you're this little elf, and you have to go and you have to collect stuff, and you got to make stuff, and then you sell, and then you make them into presents, and then you sell them, and then you go and do other things. Crow and I were way into that. Like we were playing it even offline. We were playing it like every day, trying to get our stuff done. So yeah, there's some really creative people out there.
Is it cross-play now? That's been to other platforms?
Yes, it's on Steam.
So there you go. So you probably get loads of more people now.
I think it's coming to other platforms too at some point, but don't quote me on that because I may not be right. But I know it's cross-play to Steam. So, but yeah, there's some really creative people out there, and Crow and I often will go, why didn't we think of that, man?
And I think people using actually keyboards and mouse is probably going to be more creative than the likes of you look at a controller.
Yeah. I think I agree. I never stop talking, Anthony. I'm like you. All right, we're ending this. Colts, Stephen, thank you for my friend for dropping in. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And enjoy your weekend. And if you get to, you're gonna animate tonight. You're gonna probably play. If you're bored tomorrow night at 6:30 Eastern, I'll be playing Road Rage.
Mm-hmm. Anytime.
Little retro Road Rage, and then I'll be in and out over the weekend. And
before we go, favorite Simpson character.
Oh, it's got to be Bart.
So you said Bart. Yeah. I should have got that. I should have got that when you had the virtual Bart game. I should have.
Yeah, I being a little prick, I gotta be. Although I relate a lot to Homer. I relate more to Homer now, losing the hair, big fat gut, like the donuts. So I'm relating more to Homer now. I was never as smart as Lisa, although I could be like Grandpa. I'm not as smart as Professor Fink.
You was never quiet as like Maggie.
Yeah. Never quiet. Yeah. So what's yours?
See, I was always more of a Homer, or Otto, the bus driver.
Otto, the bus driver. Yeah.
He always seemed to be like you used to have like little comedy quicks, and also the comic book store owner.
Oh yeah. Forget his name. He doesn't have a real name. It's just it's like comic book guy or something. He doesn't have an actual name. Right. But yeah. As I play through it, you unlock different characters and their things. So I just unlocked the bus. so I can drive around with the bus, picking people up and doing stuff. And yeah, so yeah. Cool. I unlocked Professor Fink because he had a flying car.
He's like, aye, little glasses, little.
Yeah. And Lisa, an electric car. 1991, Lisa had an electric car.
There you go.
Simpsons were way ahead of its time, like predicting the future. Mr. Banyan, Paul says Mo. Yes, Mo, the bartender. Yes.
Yeah, Mo and Barney. Yes. Mo and Barney were great.
Barney, the drunk guy. You're not into Father Lovestone, Father Love, whatever his name, the Lovejoy, the Reverend Lovejoy.
No,
Reverend Lovejoy, or
no.
Ned Flanders.
No, I love Ned Flanders in the episode where he actually he kills up Maud's plant, and they actually think that Flanders actually killed someone, but he actually didn't. He actually just killed the plant. Do you ever see that episode?
I might have, yeah. I've seen a lot of them, and I've missed a lot of them too. So it's all on Disney Plus, so I could watch it all on Disney too.
Oh no, I gave up in like sort of like the mid-90s. So I don't know how many seasons I'm behind now. Probably about 20.
Season 30, 31, 30, something like that. And Bart's still 10.
Well, I can believe that. You know what I mean? If you ever see Pokemon, Ash Ketchum's still that age. So I guess cartoons never age.
Cartoons never age. All right, sir. Thank you. Have yourself a good weekend, and I will see you on. I guess I'll see you on Anthony's next show.
Mm-hmm. Until next time, guys, and chat.
Yeah.
Bye.
My dad says we have to rename the show. What did you say the show should be called?
The Opinionators.
The Opinionators.
Same difference.